Hello everyone and welcome back to Longevity Insider. I'm your host Eva and today we will be talking about something that is deeply personal to me, something that changed my point of view on health and healthcare and eventually led to founding my company Macromo. So when I was 19, I got hit by a really bad pneumonia, which meant that I got antibiotics for a whole month. And it saved my life, but it also destroyed my digestion. And from that point on, my digestion was never the same as before the antibiotics. I had issues with bloating and I had problems eating milk and cheese and other kinds of things I eat before. So I decided to look a little bit deeper into it. That's when I started to dive into different health tests and experiments. First, I did whole genome sequencing test which uncovered my genetic predispositions, and it seems pretty normal. I was supposed to be able to eat anything. The real breakthrough came when I did a gut microbiome test, which uncovered that I had overgrown harmful bacteria in my gut. So I had to reduce processed food and sugar. But there was a catch. The results came into a very hard to understand PDF. So I spent hours Googling different terms and trying to understand my results. I also wanted to get retested to see if my interventions work. But I had to transform all of the results into a Google spreadsheet and graph it in the sheets, which meant that I spent even more time trying to understand my gut health. That horrible experience inspired me to start Macromo, where we offer a simple to use app where you can upload all of your test results and get explanations in simple to understand terms. You can also purchase DNA tests, blood tests, gut microbiome tests and everything you need in one place, which makes looking at your health in a complex way very easy and simple. For the gut microbiome test, it's super easy. You receive a kit at home and you collect a small sample of your stool. You put it inside a tube, just like that. Then you twist the cap back on, which releases stabilization liquid. You need to push a little bit over here. That clicked. So then I release the stabilization liquid, shake it, send it back to Macromo lab, and it's done. That's simple. Takes 5 minutes to collect your sample. So now let's have a look into my app to my results. Here you can see my gut composition, which is my gut microbiome compared to other populations. For example, richness and diversity are good markers to have a look at. Then I can have a look at the positive bacteria I have in my gut and at potentially harmful bacteria and also at pathogenic bacteria. Now, your results can be either great or they need a little bit of work. Either way, we will be focusing on prebiotics and probiotics. So probiotics are living bacteria that can be found in foods like yogurt, kefir or kimchi and kombucha. And probiotics are fiber that is feeding the bacteria. So what food is good for your gut microbiome? Well, generally you are trying to eat whole foods which are not processed. So first the probiotics category, which is yogurt, kimchi, tempeh, kombucha. All of these foods are great for your gut. Then prebiotics, so vegetables, oats, bananas, fruits, all of that good stuff. Then we are looking at healthy fats, so that will be omega-3 rich fats such as salmon, sardines, but also olive oil and seed oils. And lastly, polyphenol-rich foods like dark chocolate, red grapes, and green tea. Also make sure your dark chocolate doesn't have any heavy metals in it. Let's have a look at foods that are bad for your gut microbiome. First, white sugar. This can be found in cake, sweets, but also in drinks such as Coke and in juice. So make sure to consume it with regulation. The second one are artificial sweeteners such as saccharin, which are found in products that are marketed as diet products, like Diet Coke, or in protein bars like this one. And the third and the worst one is fried and highly processed food. So think of your McDonald's and KFC. These are not great for your gut microbiome. So how can you know your gut microbiome is in trouble? Well, I would like to tell you a little bit more about the symptoms. Digestive symptoms, bloating, gas, and irritable bowel syndrome, and food intolerances. And then general symptoms include fatigue or low energy, brain fog or trouble of concentrating, frequent headaches, and unexplained weight gain or weight loss, sugar cravings or poor appetite control, bad breath, and flare-ups. It can also lead to skin issues such as acne, eczema, rosacea, and I can't read this one. So you see, it leads to almost every issue we have in the modern society, and it's all connected to our gut. And it's all connected to our gut and to the foods we are eating. So when I learned about these issues, I started to incorporate foods that are good for my gut microbiome. And little by little, I eliminated all of the products that claim to be for dieting without sugar. And so I was able to progress with overgrown cultures of harmful bacteria to now pretty healthy gut microbiome. The work on this is never ending, so I'm trying to add more and more of these healthy, gut nutritious foods into my diet. The best thing is that you can track your progress. So if you take one gut microbiome test today and then you include some healthy foods, you should be able to see changes in 3 months. So you can retest and see if it actually worked. And this is what's amazing about measuring your progress, because you can be happy and you can see like how far you came in your health journey. I hope my personal story helped you and inspired you into looking at these gut issues, because trust me, if you have bloating, you don't feel confident and you don't feel healthy. And maybe it's not because of you and not exercising enough. Maybe it's just because the gut is unhealthy. So have a look into that. And with that said, thank you so much for watching Longevity Insider, and I will see you soon. Bye.